In the dark days of World War II, when Nazi bombs rained down on British cities and Europe seemed lost to tyranny, one man became a symbol of quiet defiance and unity: King George VI. Though shy, reserved, and never meant to be king, his leadership during the war helped hold a fractured nation together. This is the story of how King George VI played a vital role in Britain's greatest trial. Chapter 1. An Unlikely King, 036-110. King George VI was never supposed to wear the crown. He became king in December 1936 after the shocking abdication of his brother, Edward VIII. Known as Prince Albert or Bertie, George struggled with a stammer and was deeply uncomfortable with public speaking. Yet, when war came in 1939, the British people found in him a steady, humble figure to rally behind. When Britain declared war on Germany, King George VI addressed the nation over the radio. His halting, emotional speech moved millions. It wasn't polished, but it was human. Throughout the war, he visited bombed cities, factories, and military units, standing shoulder to shoulder with the people. He and Queen Elizabeth famously stayed in London during the Blitz, even after Buckingham Palace was bombed, refusing to flee to show solidarity with ordinary citizens. Though Winston Churchill was the face of Britain's war strategy, King George VI played a key behind-the-scenes role. He met with Churchill almost daily, offering support and, at times, caution. The two developed a strong friendship and mutual respect, despite early tensions. The king's moral support helped steady Churchill, especially during the bleakest years of 1940 to 1942. King George VI held honorary ranks in all three branches of the military and was a regular presence among the troops. He visited battlefront hospitals, oversaw medal ceremonies, and ensured the monarchy stayed closely connected to the armed forces. His presence boosted morale on the home front and the front lines alike. During the war, the king represented Britain to its global allies. He visited troops in North Africa and France and met with leaders like President Roosevelt. His 1939 tour of Canada and the United States helped build support for the British cause in North America, laying groundwork for vital wartime alliances. When the war ended in 1945, King George VI had earned the respect of a grateful nation. He had overcome personal struggles and carried the weight of monarchy in a time of total war. Though never a military leader, his calm dignity became a source of national strength. He left behind a legacy not of speeches or battles, but of quiet, unshakable service. King George VI never sought the throne, but during World War II, he became the steadfast heart of a nation under siege. His reign reminds us that true leadership is not always loud. It is sometimes found in courage, humility, and presence.